Hello, chosen ones. Today, I want to talk to you about something very special. The signs that God sends us. Have you ever stopped to think if at some point you felt something different in your body, and if that could be a divine message? Often, God communicates with us in ways that may seem subtle, but have great significance. These signs are not mere coincidences. They are invitations for us to pay attention to what truly matters in our lives. The truth is that God is always around us, trying to guide us and show us the way. He can manifest through feelings, perceptions, and even changes in our bodies. Sometimes we may feel an inexplicable warmth, a shiver, or even a deep peace amidst chaos. These moments are opportunities for us to connect with the divine and understand that He is speaking to us. Today we will explore together 9 physical signs that may indicate that God is trying to communicate with you. Each of these signs is a way to remind us that we are not alone and that He is always present in our lives. Be attentive, as throughout this video, you may recognize some of these experiences in your own spiritual journey. Before we continue, I want to ask you to follow our channel. We have over 200,000 subscribers who, like you, seek to better understand God's presence in their lives. By subscribing, you join a community that shares experiences, learnings, and mutual support. So, don't waste any time. Click the follow button and join us on this journey of faith and discovery. Now, let's get to the signs. Now let's talk about the signs that God may be sending to communicate with us. Often, He manifests in subtle ways, through sensations in our bodies that can guide and alert us. Today, we will explore 9 physical signs that indicate that God is trying to speak to you. Pay attention, as these signs may be the key to better understanding the divine presence in your life. Sensation of warmth in the body. Have you ever felt an intense and sudden warmth in your body? This sensation can be a powerful sign that God is present in your life. Many people describe this warmth as a spiritual hug, something comforting that brings a deep sense of peace. It's as if, in that moment, you are enveloped in divine love and protection. When this sensation occurs, it is important to recognize that it may be a sacred moment. God may be trying to communicate with you, inviting you to pray, meditate, or simply open your heart to hear what He wishes to tell you. This warmth can arise during moments of reflection, during prayer, or even in everyday situations when you least expect it. It is a reminder that He is always by your side, ready to guide you. The Bible reminds us that our God is a consuming fire, Hebrews 12:29. This passage teaches us that the presence of God can be intense and transformative. When we feel this warmth, we can ask ourselves, what is God trying to tell me at this moment? It is an opportunity to pause, reflect, and seek a deeper connection with the divine. If you have ever experienced this sensation, know that you are not alone. Many people report similar moments in their spiritual journeys. It is a sign that you are tuned into something greater and that God is revealing Himself to you in a unique way. Therefore, the next time you feel this warmth, take some time to connect with Him. Ask yourself what He wants you to know and be open to receiving that message. Remember that these moments are precious and can bring clarity and direction to your life. Unexplained chills. Have you ever felt chills out of nowhere? This experience can be more than just a simple physical reaction. It can be a divine sign. Often these chills occur during moments of prayer, reflection, or when we hear something that deeply touches our soul. It's as if God is telling us that we are aligned with the truth, or that He wants to highlight something important in our lives. These chills can be interpreted as a confirmation that we are on the right path, or that we should pay attention to something specific. When you feel this sensation, It is an invitation to stop and reflect on what is happening around you. It may be a message of encouragement, a reminder that you are not alone, or a confirmation that your prayers are being heard. The Bible teaches us that the Lord will be with you wherever you go. Joshua 1:9. This passage reminds us that God is always present, even in moments when we cannot see Him. The chills may be a manifestation of that presence, a sign that He is by your side, guiding and protecting you. If you have ever felt chills during significant moments, know that this is normal and can be a powerful spiritual experience. Pay attention to what you were thinking or feeling when this happened. It may be that God is trying to communicate with you in a unique way. Be open to hearing and receiving that message. These moments of connection can bring clarity and peace to your spiritual journey. A weight on the chest or heart. Have you ever felt an inexplicable weight on your chest or heart? This sensation may be a sign that God is calling you to something greater. Often, this weight arises when we are ignoring something important in our lives, or when we need to pray for someone. It is a reminder that God wants us to trust Him to relieve that burden. This weight can be uncomfortable, but it is important to remember that it is not a sign of weakness. Instead, it is an opportunity to reflect on what is happening in your life. God may be trying to alert us to something we need to face, or encourage us to act on behalf of another person. When we feel this weight, it is an invitation to seek divine guidance and open our hearts to His will. The Bible tells us, "Cast all your anxiety on Him because He cares for you." 1 Peter 5:7. This passage teaches us that we do not have to carry our burdens alone. God is always willing to help us and guide us in times of difficulty. When you feel this weight, take some time to pray and surrender your worries to Him. Trust that He is taking care of you and that He can relieve that burden. If you have ever experienced this sensation, know that it is a sign that God cares about you. He wants you to pay attention to what is happening in your life and to seek His help. Do not hesitate to open your heart and share your concerns with Him. These moments of vulnerability can lead to a deeper connection and a clearer understanding of what God desires for you. Palpitations or racing heart. Have you ever felt your heart race without a clear explanation? This experience can be more than just a simple physical reaction. It may be a sign that God is trying to draw your attention to something important in your life. Often, this racing heart occurs during moments of great emotion, anticipation, or even during prayer. It's as if God is activating your sensitivity to something significant, whether it be a message, an opportunity, or a warning. When your heart starts to race, it is essential to stop and reflect on what is happening around you. Ask yourself, what am I thinking or feeling at this moment? This acceleration may be an invitation to pay attention to something you might be ignoring. It could be a decision that needs to be made, a conversation you need to have, or even an opportunity that is presenting itself in your life. God may be using this sensation to guide you toward what is most important. The Bible teaches us to trust in the Lord with all our heart and lean not on our own understanding. Proverbs 3:5. This passage reminds us that even when we do not fully understand what is happening, we can trust that God has a plan for us. When we feel palpitations, it is an opportunity to surrender to Him and seek His guidance. Instead of letting anxiety take over, we can use this moment to pray and ask for clarity about the situation we are facing. Furthermore, palpitations can be a sign that we are being called to act. Sometimes God pushes us out of our comfort zone, and this racing heart may be a signal that it is time to take a step forward. It may be an invitation to get involved in a new project, start a new phase in your life, or even help someone in need of support. When we feel this energy, it is important to be open and receptive to what God is telling us. It is natural to feel some fear or hesitation when our heart races. However, it is crucial to remember that God is with us every step of the way. He will not let us face challenges alone. Instead, He gives us the strength and courage we need to move forward. When you feel your heart racing, take a deep breath and remember that this is an opportunity to connect more deeply with God and trust in His guidance. Finally, if you have ever gone through this experience, know that you are not alone. Many people report moments when their heart raced, and this became a turning point in their lives. These signs are a way for God to communicate with us, reminding us that He is always present and that we can count on His help. Therefore, the next time you feel your heart race, take a moment to reflect, pray, and seek divine direction. Be open to hearing what God has to say, and trust that He is guiding you on your journey. Changes in sleep or insomnia. Have you ever had difficulty sleeping or woke up in the middle of the night without explanation? These experiences can be more than just simple sleep disturbances. They may be signs that God is trying to communicate with you. Often when we are in a state of silence and solitude, we are more receptive to the divine voice. These moments can be precious opportunities to reflect, pray, and listen to what God wishes to tell us. When insomnia or changes in sleep occur, it is easy to become frustrated and anxious. However, it is important to remember that these moments can be an invitation to connect more deeply with God. Instead of worrying about the lack of sleep, consider using that time to turn to Him. The Bible teaches us that, "At night the Lord speaks to my heart. My spirit asks, what should I do?" Psalm 16:7. This passage reminds us that God can speak to us in moments of quiet when we are more open to hearing His voice. If you find yourself awake at night, try to create an environment conducive to prayer and meditation. Find a quiet place where you can feel comfortable and free from distractions. Take a deep breath and start talking to God. Share your concerns, gratitude, and desires. Ask Him what you should do regarding situations that weigh on your mind. Often, by opening our hearts, we find clarity and peace. Additionally, these moments of insomnia can be an opportunity to reflect on your life and priorities. Ask yourself if there is something you need to change, or if there are unresolved issues that need attention. God may be using these sleep interruptions to draw your attention to something you have been ignoring. Be open to receiving that message and consider how you can act in response. It is also important to remember that insomnia can be a sign of stress or anxiety. If you are going through a difficult time, it may be that your mind is filled with worries that prevent you from relaxing. In such cases, seeking God's help can be even more crucial. He wants you to cast your anxieties on Him and trust that He is taking care of you. By doing so, you may find the peace you so desperately need. If you have ever experienced insomnia or changes in sleep, know that you are not alone. Many people face these challenges in their lives. What matters is how we respond to these situations. Instead of being carried away by frustration, use these moments as an opportunity to connect with God. He is always willing to listen and guide you, even in the quietest hours of the night. Finally, remember that God is always present, even when it seems like we are alone. He may use these moments of insomnia to teach us, guide us, and remind us that we need Him. Therefore, the next time you find yourself awake at night, take some time to pray and seek His presence. These moments can become precious in your spiritual journey, bringing peace and clarity to your life. A persistent headache. Have you ever found yourself dealing with a persistent headache and wondered if it could mean something deeper? While not every headache is a spiritual sign, in some situations, it may be a warning that God is trying to draw your attention to something weighing on your mind. These headaches can be a reflection of worries stress, or anxieties that you may be ignoring. It is important to pay attention to these signs and consider what they may mean in your spiritual life. When we feel a headache, our first reaction is often to seek immediate relief, whether through medication or rest. However, it is also essential to reflect on what may be causing this pain. God may be using this experience to remind us that we need to stop and evaluate our concerns. He wants you to seek peace and surrender your anxieties to Him. The Bible teaches us, "Peace I leave with you, my peace I give you." John 14:27. This passage is a powerful reminder that even amidst chaos, we can find peace in God. If you are experiencing frequent headaches, take some time to connect with God. Find a quiet place where you can sit in silence and pray. Ask Him what is causing this pain and how you can find relief. Often, by opening our hearts and sharing our concerns, we find clarity and comfort. God is always willing to listen and guide us, even in the most challenging situations. Additionally, consider if there is something in your life that needs attention. Are you dealing with stress at work, relationship issues, or financial worries? These matters can manifest physically, and the headache may be a sign that it is time to face these challenges. God may be calling you to act, to seek solutions, or to make changes that will help you find peace. It is also important to take care of yourself. Sometimes, a headache can be a sign that you need more rest, hydration, or proper nutrition. Pay attention to your body and its needs. God created us with a body that deserves care and attention. By taking care of yourself, you are also honoring His divine creation. If you have ever experienced persistent headaches, know that you are not alone. Many people face this challenge in their lives. What matters is how we respond to these situations. Instead of being carried away by frustration, use these moments as an opportunity to connect with God and seek His peace. He is always present, ready to help us carry our burdens. Finally, remember that God desires for you to live a full and peaceful life. If the persistent headache is interfering with your life, do not hesitate to seek professional help. Physical and spiritual health are interconnected, and caring for both is essential. Therefore, the next time you feel a headache, take a moment to pray, reflect, and seek the peace that only God can offer. These moments of connection can bring relief and clarity, helping you face life's challenges with confidence and faith. A sudden chill or shiver. Have you ever felt a chill or a sudden cold, especially during moments of prayer or worship? This experience can be more than just a simple physical reaction. Often, it is a clear sign of divine presence. These sudden chills can occur when we are in a state of deep connection with God and are often accompanied by a feeling of humility and reverence. It's as if, in that moment, we are more aware of the presence of something greater than ourselves. When we feel this chill, it is important to stop and reflect on what is happening around us. Often, these moments occur during prayer, when we are seeking God's presence, or when we hear a message that touches our hearts. It's as if God is telling us, "I am here with you." This sensation can be a powerful reminder that He is always present, even when we cannot see Him. The Bible teaches us that, "Where 2 or 3 gather in my name, there am I with them." Matthew 18:20. This passage reminds us that God's presence is especially strong when we come together in worship and prayer. When we feel a chill, it may be a sign that we are tuned in to that divine presence, and it is an invitation to surrender ourselves completely to Him. These moments of chills can be an opportunity for us to connect more deeply with God. When you feel this sensation, take some time to pray and thank Him for His presence in your life. Ask Him what He wants you to know or do, Often, by opening our hearts, we find clarity and peace. Additionally, these chills may be a sign that God is calling us to a specific action. It may be an invitation to share His message with others, to serve in some way, or to deepen our faith. Be attentive to these signs and open to what God may be asking of you. Finally, remember that these moments of chills are precious and can enrich your spiritual journey. They remind us that we are not alone and that God is always with us, guiding and protecting us. Therefore, the next time you feel a chill during prayer or worship, stop, breathe, and feel the divine presence around you. These moments can become significant milestones in your faith walk, bringing comfort and inspiration to your life. Uncontrollable tears. Have you ever found yourself crying for no apparent reason? These tears can be a powerful sign that God is touching your heart. Often the crying comes at unexpected moments, when we are alone or in the midst of intense worship. These tears may be of relief, healing, or simply a reflection of feeling the presence of something greater than ourselves. It's as if, in that moment, all the repressed emotions are coming to the surface, and God is inviting us to release everything we have been holding inside. Crying is a natural way to express emotions, but when these tears seem to have a deeper meaning, it is important to pay attention. Often they arise during moments of prayer, when we are seeking God's presence, or when we hear a message that resonates in our spirit. It's as if God is telling us that He is with us, that He understands us, and that He is ready to help us carry our burdens. The Bible teaches us that He will wipe every tear from their eyes. Revelation 21:4. This passage is a powerful reminder that God cares about our pain and sadness. He not only sees our tears, but also desires to comfort and heal us. When we cry, we may be releasing emotions that need to be expressed, and this can be an important step in our journey of spiritual healing. If you find yourself crying without explanation, know that this is normal and can be a significant spiritual experience. Instead of feeling ashamed or confused, allow yourself to feel and release these emotions. God is by your side, ready to embrace your tears and transform your pain into joy. These moments of vulnerability can lead to a deeper connection with the divine, allowing you to experience true healing and liberation. Additionally, uncontrollable tears may be a sign that God is working in your life. He may be using these emotions to draw your attention to something that needs to be resolved or to help you process past experiences. Be open to hearing what He wants to teach you through these tears. Often, healing begins when we acknowledge our emotions and allow God to enter our hearts. Finally, remember that the peace of God is a valuable resource in our spiritual life. When we face challenges, we can turn to Him and seek His peace. By doing so, we find strength and courage to face any situation. Therefore, the next time you feel this unexplainable peace, celebrate it as a divine gift and allow it to guide your life. These moments of tranquility can become anchors in your faith journey, reminding you that God is always present and that you can trust Him in all circumstances. God speaks to us in unique and often subtle ways. He uses our bodies, our feelings, and our experiences to connect with us. These signs can be manifestations of His presence in our lives, guiding us and alerting us to what is important. The 9 signs we discussed are just some of the ways He may be trying to get your attention. Each of them is an opportunity to reflect on our relationship with the divine and to open ourselves to His guidance. Pay attention to the moments when you feel something different, whether it's warmth in your body, an unexplainable peace, or even uncontrollable tears. Each of these signs may be a way for God to communicate with you, offering comfort, direction, or a call to action. Be receptive to these experiences and trust that He is guiding you on your journey. If any of these signs have happened to you, share your experience in the comments. Your stories can inspire and encourage others to recognize God's presence in their lives. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more inspiring content. We are here to grow together in faith and understanding. Remember that God is speaking to you. Be ready to hear and follow His voice, for He desires to relate to you in a personal and transformative way. Each sign is an opportunity to deepen your connection with the divine and to live a full life, filled with purpose and peace. Stay attentive and open to the messages He has for you. Your journey awaits. It's time to deepen your faith with the chosen. 40 days of reflection and hope. Take this opportunity to renew your mind and spirit. Start today and experience the transformative presence of God in your life. Start your journey today. Dive into the chosen, 40 days of reflection and hope, and experience a powerful transformation. Strengthen your faith, embrace clarity, and walk closer to God each day. Don't wait. Your spiritual turnaround begins now. I am George, your spiritual leader.